In our last episode, we showed you some of the ins and outs of the Lippert Getaway RV Rally in Island Park, Idaho. There was so much going on that we want to, in this episode, focus on what was considered the highlight of the Island Park area, Yellowstone National Park.
Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day. It's ours to take and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
Buses of rally goers headed off to Yellowstone National Park the morning of day 3. Unfortunately, Karen wasn't feeling 100%, and we were also a little wary of leaving Wesley the Great Dane alone for so long. So it was just me, in Bus 5, the Finding Our Someday bus led by Corey and Jessie. If you haven't seen their channel, you really should. I'll leave a link in the show notes. The threat of stormy weather didn't keep us away. Now, Yellowstone is huge. It's almost 3,500 square miles. It has 2 main paved routes in the shape of a figure 8. We only saw the highlights of 1/4 of the lower loop, starting with entry from West Yellowstone. Our first stop was the fountain paint pots.
I know a lot of you guys have been here already, but I have a question. You guys know what the different colors of the pools mean? Temperature. Well, temperature. So it's different temperatures of the water, but different bacteria live in that temperature. So where it's blue, that is like a sterile water. There's nothing can grow there. That's like 190 degrees. And then it steps down every every 15 degrees or so. So it's yellow, then orange, and then the magentas and the reds are the cooler temperature. So just to give you an idea of that.
Just like the hat.
Just like the hat.
Green, yellow.
Exactly. So blue means nothing. There's nothing living in it. It's just super hot water, 190 degrees, and it's just like the sky. That's how our eyes receive that color because of the refraction. Okay, that's it.
These bubbling geothermal features are not just hot springs and mud pots. They're evidence of the active volcanic activity happening under our feet, and they're pretty amazing.
Hey, is it okay to step off the path over here? Should we do that? Step right here. No.
Seems like the most popular attraction at the fountain paint pots was the outhouses.
Okay, so to anyone who's from the South, when I say room, I'm sorry that I sound difficult or different. I'm made fun of every time the word comes out of my mouth by the Stevens family, so I'm sorry that us New Englanders say room wrong. Room. Okay, did everyone have a great time? Excellent, I'm so glad. All right, next up, we are heading to one of our most favorite places in Yellowstone National Park. As everyone can see by the hats that were sold that so many people are wearing, which I love because I love that we know who the Lippert Getaway people are. That is Grand Prismatic, and all of the different colors. Grand Prismatic is one of our absolute favorites. The place that we're going is the actual Grand Prismatic site, and you can come out and walk all the way along the edge and see the color. If it is really cold outside and the steam is like really big, it's hard to see the color sometimes. So if you are ever back in Yellowstone and have time, our suggestion is that you take the Fairy Falls Trail up to the Grand Prismatic overlook, because you're up elevated a little bit. You get Corey's drone view and you can see the colors a little bit more vividly and clearly.
Then we were on our way to the Midway Geyser Basin. The foot trail crosses the Firehole River and has some stunning springs, including the largest spring in the United States and the third largest in the world, Grand Prismatic. When the weather is cold, it's a little harder to see the springs due to the great amounts of steam rising from the surface, but it sure adds its own eerie and unique look to the basin. Then we arrived at maybe the most photographed natural wonder in the world, Old Faithful. The rally people served us a robust sandwich lunch, but the rain was relentless at that point, so I found a spot in the lobby of the Old Faithful Lodge and ate lunch. When the rain let up, I made my way to the Old Faithful Geyser and waited patiently with the crowds for a spectacular show. Old Faithful did not disappoint. There was time to walk the Upper Geyser Basin Trail, which ended at the iconic Old Faithful Inn. Now, the Old Faithful Inn is an architectural gem nestled in the shadow of Old Faithful. Built in 1903, this iconic lodge is not just a place to stay, it's a journey back in time. Boasting rustic charm and grandeur, the Old Faithful Inn is renowned for its towering lobby, and it features a colossal stone fireplace and handcrafted wooden architecture that transports you to the early days of national park exploration. I had such a great day and made a bunch of new friends. We decided to stay a few days after the rally and had a few things planned. First, we made the trek back up near West Yellowstone and out to the cabin of a friend of ours from many years ago who has since passed away. When I was a kid, my mother was a middle school teacher and good friends at work with a lady named Virginia Roberts. She and her husband had built a cabin about 10 miles outside of West Yellowstone. It was a special place to me. Sitting on the front porch gives you a great view of a beautiful butte with a Ranger fire tower on top. When I finally met the love of my life, I took her to this special spot to propose. Over 20 years later, we visited that iconic place called Horse Butte, overlooking Hebgen Lake. We then met up with the current owner, Tim Halliday, and his parents, who were also friends of Virginia and our family, and had a sumptuous barbecue dinner in town. I can definitely recommend the Beartooth Barbecue if you're ever in West Yellowstone. It was great to see old friends.
Hello world, wake me up to another good morning, time to go. Got that smile upon my face, 'cause there's excitement in the chase, this I know.
We also decided that it was worth another trip into Yellowstone National Park on our own to visit my favorite area, the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, with the yellow canyon walls that gave the park its iconic name.
Oh, we are all looking for adventure. 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 Oh, wake up heart and wake up mind. See the world is yours to find and know.
We so enjoyed the spectacular scenery on the ATV trip that we had taken a few days earlier that the next day we decided to continue out onto the same forest road, over the Continental Divide, and over the 7,136-foot Red Rock Pass, and to Upper Red Rock Lake. I love these rural drives, and the vistas are sweeping.
Yeah, we are all looking for adventure.
Thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying our adventures. Please consider liking this episode and subscribing to our channel. The Are We There Yet community continues to grow, and we would love to have you as part of it. Be sure to ring the bell so you know about every new episode that's published. Also, we love reading your comments. Tell us about your Yellowstone adventures. For Karen, Wesley, and myself, we all wish you happy travels. See you next time.
I'm living free, living free, living free, and I was meant to be free, meant to be free.